I'm Team Decepticon. I'm Team Decepticon. This is the 5 Awesome Transformers guys, and I'm gonna be Monday. You will have to excuse me. I forgot it was a very good friend's birthday today, so this video is going up late, and I'm doing a bit of a Dave. I might have had an awful lot of bourbon tonight. Yeah. So, I'm a little bit busy at the moment, so I haven't actually watched any of last week's videos. How my autofocus is going. So, I apologise if any of it offended, but we seem to be getting back into the swing of things, and it's really nice to be back, and we appreciate, everyone for sticking with us, and I hope everyone is looking forward to the slight change in format that is coming imminently as well, to cover more than just Transformers, so we can get all of our nerddom together. Anyway, this week's topic will be G1 versus. So basically, you're going to take G1, you're going to take any other cannon, and decide who wins, who loses, how they weigh up against each other, whatever you want to do, okay? I may have come up with the topic, but I haven't given it any consideration whatsoever. So I'm going to do G1 versus the movies, because I can see it there. So anyway, G1, it's the original, isn't it? It's where it all came from. It's where we established these characters that have gone throughout every canon, or most canon. So, Megatron, Prime, ultimately, Starscream, your Ratchets and your Bumblebees and everything else. I suppose the most difference within these canons you're going to get is probably like Beast Wars, where you didn't have quite the same setup. You didn't have a Prime and Bumblebee and Megatron and Starscream. Same with like Robots in Disguise. So although we do say that they're rehashing the same thing over and over, are they? To a certain extent, yes. But maybe that's not this week's topic. So anyway, the movies. They did go very G1 with it, didn't they? When you look at other canons that haven't featured Ratchet, Bumblebee, Ironhide, Prime, blah 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 blah. You see where I'm going with this. They kept quite to the G1 characters, in the beginning, especially. Were they just doing that for the fans, to try and get all the people that grew up with it to get them to get their kids to like it, and blah blah blah? Was this one big marketing ploy? It's something to consider. As far as versus, which one weighs up the better, they're just two completely different things, really, aren't they? We said this before. I know lots of people really love the films. To me, they're good bashy robot films, maybe not so good Transformers films, considering how much heritage they have and how many nods and winks and everything they go back to. Maybe it's the overdoing of the nods and the winks that didn't make it a good Transformers film. Maybe it was we're going to go in a completely different direction, but we're going to keep the names and some of the look the same. It's tenuous. I enjoyed the movies. I really enjoyed the movies. Don't get me wrong, I really like the movies. I really like seeing Prime and Megatron in the movies and everything. But to me, I look at it as something completely different. Not just the Transformers, but just they're big bashy robot films. So when it comes to versus, comparing it in the context of Transformers, G1. I'm not a G1er. I have plenty of other interest in Transformers than just G1. G1 is my favourite though of everything. You know, I've got everything else on DVD and purchased off the internet. And you know, I like it all, but you know, G1 just stands out a little bit more for me. You know, it's what I grew up with. You know, and I know a lot of us around the same age feel that way. You know, it's our home when it comes to Transformers. So for me, I'm gonna pick G1 over the movies. That's not to say that I don't like the movies and they're not good, because they are. You know, you can't deny they are really good, fighty, transformy robot films. You know, it's almost like trying to compare Transformers to robotics. That's what I should have fucking done. Transformers to robotics. Because robotics was amazing. Different concept though. So that's my viewpoint this week. I look forward to hearing from the rest of the guys. Hopefully we'll hear from Rick this week as well. It's February. It's the most depressing month of the year. You know, everybody's cold, everyone's tired, and everybody's overworked after Christmas. So do bear with us for any changes to the regularly scheduled programming and everything else. And yeah, you know, Facebook page, go and have a look. That's where I'm posting most of the stuff about this. So if you want to get involved and chat with us and everything, that's the place to be. Yeah, so Facebook, subscribe, although when we do up it, we're probably moving to another channel. Anyway, I'm not quite as exciting as Dave when I've had a few drinks, am I? To be fair, I'm astounded I'm even managing to make words in a vaguely coherent state. So it's Team Decepticon saying that I shall see you next week.